What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out. EMT here, and in this video we are taking out for a spin the brand new Insta360 ONE RS, and we're going to compare the image quality of the brand new 4K boost lens against a previous, yet very relevant still, ONE R, to determine if there's any major differences in the video quality. And we're going to go straight to the point. We're not doing no intro, let's just go straight to the comparison. Now, I've had the Insta360 ONE RS for a couple of weeks now, and I took it on a trip and tested it in a couple different environments. And for the most part, the biggest difference that I've been able to see with this brand new camera, which by the way has a brand new 4K boost lens that has a 2.4 aperture versus the previous 2.8 aperture, is mainly the color accuracy and a little bit better performance in low light. There's definitely a lot less noise when you compare just a standard clip from the ONE R and the RS. It is definitely noticeable in my opinion. These videos were taken using the standard profile, and you could totally see the difference between the RS and the R just judging color alone. But this one is a 1/2 inch 48 megapixel sensor. That is the reason why we're getting a little bit less noise, that's the reason why we're getting better color, and that's the reason why the images are actually going to be a lot more detailed. Now, the Insta360 ONE RS starts at $299, which is a fantastic price, I'm not going to lie, it's mind-blowing. But it can go all the way up to $500, $550, $599, depending on the kind of bundle that you get, the different lenses. They have a standard 4K edition, they have a twin edition, which includes also a 360 lens, which by the way, we're gonna cover in a separate video. I just wanted to focus first on the standard 4K video. I feel this is the most popular one. I think this is the kind of version of the Insta360 ONE R and ONE RS that is actually the most popular. Now, if you've never been exposed to Insta360, specifically to the Insta360 ONE series, we have the ability to detach the battery, and by doing so, we now can split the core and the actual lens that is being used and pretty much create your perfect rig. If you wanted to vlog and you wanted to see yourself, all you really have to do is rotate the core, and now the screen is facing the camera, which is fantastic for vlogging if you want to be able to see and monitor yourself and just compose your shot a little bit better. Now, if you're looking for a little bit higher quality in your video, you can attach the 1-inch sensor co-engineered by Leica into your brand new Insta360 ONE RS. this leads me to another fantastic quality of life feature that Insta360 introduced for the action mount bracket, which is pretty much the little frame that you mount your camera on, so you can have tripods, maybe mounted in a helmet, a bicycle, or anything like that. But this bracket now opens sideways, and that gives me the ability to insert the Insta360 ONE R camera, lock it in place without having to remove my lens guard or the entire thing alone. Now, if I try to do that on the Insta360 ONE R, I'm gonna have a little bit of difficulty closing the action mount bracket when this lens is on. So that forces me to unscrew the lens guard. And yeah, I know it's not a big deal or anything like that. It's not a first world problem, but try doing that 200 times a month when you're trying to record videos, or right before a special moment that you want to capture, but you want to switch lenses, and this suddenly now takes a solid minute and a half. When comparing it to the Insta360 ONE RS, simply build your setup and just slide it in, we're ready to go. And if you need to charge your camera, take out something, or just make any kind of changes, you don't really have to unscrew everything. It's just a plug and play kind of situation. And I'm here for it. I wish this was done from the very beginning, because this mounting bracket has saved me so much time. And another piece of information regarding the bracket is that it actually helps dissipate heat. It was designed that way according to Insta360. So this is also gonna help you record a little bit longer. And I don't know if you can see it from here, but there's actually a little bit of foam, kind of like a wind guard for better audio capture baked in right straight into the action mount bracket. Now, another area that was impacted when comparing the Insta360 ONE R versus the ONE RS using the 4K lenses is the FlowState stabilization department. Fundamentally, the FlowState is better on the brand new Insta360 ONE RS. It gives you a much broader set of tools. You have 3 different levels of image stabilization in camera where you can change it in the settings, and the results are fantastic. It does introduce a little bit of a crop, but when you move these videos to the Studio app in your computer, for example, you do have a wider range of image stabilization presets. You can enable or disable FlowState, but you also have now a 45-degree lock and a brand new 360-degree lock. So no matter what you do with that camera, the video is actually gonna stay level, which is awesome. It's mind-blowing, especially when you're filming in environments, in vehicles, roller coasters, places like that that might prompt the camera to shift its positioning relative to the horizon. There is also a brand new 6K widescreen mode, which looks awesome in my opinion. It gives you that 2.35:1 aspect ratio, that really thinner, really nice cinematic video looking aspect ratio. You do have the option to make these changes in post, but organically you have the ability to create these kinds of videos with the Insta360, and the video quality is actually pretty good. There's a disclaimer not to use this or to be aware of low light environments, because it might compromise, of course, video quality and all that good stuff. But it's kind of nice that straight from the camera, that way you don't have to crop any videos after the fact or just superimpose any black bars or anything like that. I actually love it. There are a couple things though that I've encountered during the comparison with the slow motion on the beach. By default, the Insta360 ONE RS was cropping the video versus the ONE R wasn't. And if we kind of like zoom in and do a similar approximate of what the percentage of the crop, right? I typically do 200 or 300. In this case, I had to play a little bit to kind of like match the crop from the Insta360 ONE R versus the ONE RS. You can kind of see the difference in terms of like how much information you're gonna get in your camera. So if you're looking to capture a lot more in the environment, this is definitely something to be aware of. If you have the ONE R and use it a lot for photos, you might not really need to switch over to the ONE RS, But if you do switch to the One RS, you might want to take a couple steps back if you want to capture more in the environment. And this could be a little annoying at times, because if I'm filming with two cameras at the same time and one is cropping, it's not quite the same exact focal length. So give yourself a little bit of time to get familiar with the actual crop that has been introduced on the photo mode as well as the slow motion mode. Now, the brand new core on the Insta360 ONE RS, because it's a faster core, it gives you up to 50% faster transfers when you're trying to transfer video from the camera into your smartphone. Now, in my personal opinion, I highly recommend you to pick up the Insta360 Quick Reader. This gives you the ability to go straight from the camera into your smartphone. It does have an SD card slot, USB-C and Lightning ports. And this quick reader is fantastic because it not only allows you to transfer videos quicker into your smartphone and or computer, but it saves you a lot of battery, because when you're using the Wi-Fi connection from your camera into your smartphone, that whole transfer could be a really long time depending on the lengths of the videos. So this is not only going to save you time, but this is going to save you a lot of battery, precious battery that you might need when you're out and about with your family. And we actually made a video about it, so check out the link in the description. All right, everybody, this is an audio test comparing the quality on the Insta360 ONE RS, which is virtually improved with algorithms and different microphone placements, while we have the Insta360 ONE R on the left. The ocean is right behind me. There's a lot of people talking. There's wind, vehicles driving by. So let me know in the comment section down below, which one do you prefer? The standard Insta360 ONE R, or do you prefer the audio quality on the Insta360 ONE RS? Let me know in the comment section down below. Headphones are preferred. One more time, ONE RS, ONE R. Let me know in the comment section. Right, so I decided to bring the Insta360 ONE RS to the golf course. You know, beautiful day, just to give it a test in this harsh lighting, and of course the audio. There's like a little avenue right there, so there's some background noise. I want you to let me know what you think of the audio quality and also the video quality, because there's definitely an improved sensor and improved lens. I think this could be a really good vlogging tool, vlogging rig, if the audio quality is good. There's actually no wind here right now, so it should come out good. Rantiques is all the way down there. Here he comes. Oh! Right now we got a little bit of wind coming right towards me. So I want to know if the audio quality on the Insta360 ONE RS can pick any of that up, since there's brand new sound algorithms. There's also the background noise of the birds, the golf cart right over here. So let me know what you think. Also, I gotta talk about this brand new version of the Insta360 selfie stick, the invisible selfie stick. It does get invisible when you're shooting 360, but while I'm filming with the 4K mod, this is dope, and I no longer have to twist the actual selfie stick. It just simply has built-in resistance. It's kind of like a tripod. It's got some telescope action, so if I want to get a little bit longer, all I got to do is just simply articulate the camera a little bit more, and then now I get way bigger distance from myself and everything else. Let's bring it back. Ryan Teagues is about to hit. Also, right now I'm recording with the post editing option. There used to be an option on the Insta360 camera that you could record in pro mode or quick mode, if I'm not mistaken, and one of them give you more capabilities after the fact if you wanted to, you know, change the horizon lock, or if you wanted to change the aspect ratio, you could do that after the fact on the app and whatnot. But right now here it seems like it's kind of like inverted. The FlowState is the one that gives you the ability to do 4K 60, and the post option only lets you do 4K 30 for some reason. And then it says that you can apply image stabilization and everything after the fact. So this is the video before, and then I'll probably play back with some stabilization so you can see the difference. Now, when everything is said and done and we compare just the straight up video quality of the Insta360 ONE R versus the Insta360 ONE RS, there's definitely an improvement in the noise department. There's definitely an improvement in the color that you're getting out of the camera without changing any presets or anything like that. We record most of these on standard. There is definitely an improvement in the audio quality. There's a lot more presence. There's a lot more clarity. However, I feel that this gives it a little bit more agency for it to be kind of like on the clipping side of things. I noticed a lot more wind noise on the Insta360 ONE RS than on the ONE R, but it does have to be massaged on the app after the fact if you want to add noise reduction or voice focus and things like that. It's one of those things where if you want to capture on the go, definitely make sure you're shooting on the FlowState or the quick mode on the Insta360 ONE R versus the ONE RS. But if you're the kind of person that wants a lot more flexibility with your audio, I do feel that the Insta360 ONE RS has higher dynamics, richer audio when compared to the Insta360 ONE RS. But I want to know what you think. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have any questions or suggestions, drop them down there so we can continue to create relevant content for you. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. All the links to all the Insta360 cameras and previous Insta360 videos are down in the description. Thank you for hanging out with me and sharing your time. I'll catch you on the next one.